Just like that. We back. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
How have you been? How have you been? It's been a trying week, I'm sure.
Be for real. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
How you been?
We're here for you. Tell us.
Call us now at 1-800.
That ain't toll free. You gotta pay taxes on all of that. You gotta pay for that call. Woo! But yes, we are back. Chasing a dream.
Yeah.
We back for episode 2. We still ain't got no real intro, so we just gonna chop it up at the beginning and figure out our way. But how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
You know, I'm chilling. I'm just here. I'm present.
Okay, we love to see that. I would hate if you weren't present. I'd be talking to myself.
That's very true. But yeah, no, we doing pretty good. 2 in a row. That's a better streak than any of the other podcasts I tried to start. But you know what's funny? What? I thought about it, and Sheldon actually said it. Sheldon, her husband, for those of you ain't got no idea. He mentioned it. He was like, "Didn't you already have a podcast beforehand?"
He did.
And I forgot. If you really want to give a throwback, I had a little thing called Kerns Corner a long time ago. She was on that too. She was the first guest. I'm just saying, this go way back. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Kerns Corner. It was like a thing that I used to do in my bedroom before I was like doing all of this full time or even had it as a legitimate business. And yeah, basically it was like, it's kind of like just my own talk show where I would like talk about different topics and like different stuff. Sometimes it was funny. Sometimes I was just trying. That was it. I was still trying to be funny. But yeah, and then basically it was like season 1, which was in my bedroom, and then season 2 we had like a set, and that was the kind of like the general idea. And yeah, she was the first guest on the set, and we chopped it up. We laughed. We did a lot. We might bring some of those segments back because I forgot about that. Okay. That might have to happen. But yeah, that was fun. But yeah, that had a bunch of episodes. But this gonna have more episodes than that because I'm gonna be consistent this time.
We got this.
This is a long intro.
But welcome.
Welcome. Hello. So we start off kind of everyone with asking, how that dream going? How's the dream? Which is basically where we just talk about any updates we have, if any, about business, personal life, anything. The dream is successful entrepreneurship and successful lives. However, we established that. And if you missed how we established that, go back to episode 1. We really established successful entrepreneurial lives. We'll eventually at some point maybe get into successful personal lives. But it just depends on, what we want to talk about. But how that dream going?
It's going well. We're still preparing to move into the new salon.
Absolutely.
We'll probably be moved in by like episode 4, but we prepping.
There it is. There it is, grinding and prepping. The dream's going. The dream's going well over here. We're doing signups for our video production workshop. Yeah. That is at the end of July. So if you are interested in learning video production, we're basically creating a short film within a week. So Monday, you're getting to learn all the information. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're filming the thing. Thursday and Friday, we're doing post-production. And Saturday, good old Saturday, you get to experience the short film that you produced within that week in a movie theater and have your own premiere.
Yep. All your family, friends get to come.
Exactly. So you can invite whoever you want to and stuff like that, up to 77, because that's how much our theater holds. So, don't be inviting your whole neighborhood now. We ain't got them.
Don't go selling your own tickets.
No. Please don't. But like that's pretty much like the basis of the whole week is we're gonna teach how to create your own like short film. So we'll all collectively be creating like one big short film together, and it'll probably be like 3 to 5 minutes ish or whatever. But and we'll get to determine the topic on the week of, and we'll have actors that are already like there that we get to cast and stuff, and you get to come up with a script and stuff. So it'll be pretty cool. So that's how this dream is going. We now have a podcast. Last episode, it was an idea. Now it's a thing. It's out in the world. So now we have a podcast. So that's kind of how the dream is going. We're building on that. Like I said, we got a couple of other podcasts that'll, I don't know if it'll be within a month or a couple of months or by the end of the year or whatever, but we'll have more podcasts on the DreamChaser network. So stay tuned. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. That's how the dream going. I don't really got much else to say about the dream, but it's dreaming. We dreaming.
Yeah, we are.
Cool. All right. So topic number one. As y'all know, we have 3 topics and then a motivational moment at the end. So be prepared for your motivational moment.
I'm ready to be motivated.
Please do. All right. Topic number 1. Last week, I had a little rant. I had a tiny little rant. It was about the live action Disney movies. Now, we're not going down that same route. However, we're going the exact opposite. We're going to talk about some of our favorite movies and TV and entertainment and things, you know, as we had growing up, what we got now. I got a list for sure. But I'm going to let you go first because I talk a lot. So you can talk about favorite movies, favorite TV. I got my list, but I want to hear some of yours.
Well, my favorite TV show is called The 100. It's on Netflix.
Okay. So I've seen a couple episodes of this.
I know. I made you watch it.
Exactly. I was a little lost.
Yes, you were. But you were also, I feel like because you were working that night because you had something that you had to turn in that night.
I was.
So you were editing.
And that sounds like me.
Yeah. So you were editing and watching. And also, we didn't start at the beginning.
No. You started at...
I was on like season 5.
A random episode in season 5. And I was like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah, that show is not one of those shows where there's a new storyline every episode and it just kind of goes on. That show starts from episode 1. And you have to know like...
everything that has happened since episode 1.
All of the characters to know why they're upset with them or why they're so close. Like, it's one of those shows. So yeah, we're gonna start over. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
By episode 40, he will have watched the entire 100 series.
All right, you know, y'all just heard how she just put me on the spot there. Episode 40. That gives me 39 weeks. We already on episode 2.
That's almost a year. There's 52 weeks
38.
in a year.
You know what? That's very fair. You gave me probably till like December.
Literally.
You know what? That's fair. I take it back. I appreciate that. That's a good goal. That's a good goal.
Because I could have said by episode 4.
And you would have been a liar.
A huge liar.
The devil is a lie, and so are you, apparently. I don't know what to tell you. It ain't going to happen.
But I know I couldn't even finish that
No.
quick. Like, it took me forever to finish it. There's 6 seasons.
Lord.
No, excuse me, 7.
You telling me by episode 40, I got to finish, and there's more than 40 episodes of the show.
Yes.
How many episodes of the show is a season?
I think like 15, 16. Ooh. Okay, by episode 72.
I appreciate the addendum, the amendment, the switch up, the change.
Definitely by episode
the
72.
redaction.
I didn't realize until I'm thinking about it how many episodes are in a
Yeah,
season.
I can't even watch one per week.
And they're already an hour. So I forgot. So yeah, we're going to do that. But that is my favorite TV show. As far as a favorite movie, I don't really have one. I just love movies. But if we have to talk about my actual... I have a favorite movie, but I haven't seen all of them. So I don't know if I could say it out loud without being judged. But my favorite movie is Harry Potter. But I haven't seen all the Harry Potter movies. So I feel like people are going to say she's a fraud. She's not a real fan. But I am. And I'm in love with him. Ron. I'm in love with Ron. If you're out there,
Weasley.
you know, my husband does not exist. The way he looked up.
He over there, he just peeked up like a gopher.
Listen, he was like, huh? No, but for real, I absolutely love Harry Potter, but I haven't seen all of them. But
we gonna fix that.
I'm gonna finish Harry Potter, and he's gonna watch the 100.
Woo! We actually got something coming up. We ain't gonna tease it yet, but we got something coming up. You already know what we got coming up. It's the other side project. The other one. We got the other side project. That might actually intertwine with it, but you know, we ain't gotta tell them just yet. But we giving a little teaser. But yeah. So, you know.
But yeah. So
the 100.
Movie,
I will say, from what I watched of the 100, I liked it. It was a little confusing. They was doing a little much.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I knew what was happening, I would have thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually, a long time ago, I did watch the first episode of the 100. I think the first or two.
Slow, though.
But I liked it. I was fine. It was all up in space, trying to figure who's going down and whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, we going down. And I was like, oh, we down now. Okay, yeah. Like, I remember that was years ago. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I never went back. It was so cool, I never went back. It was so cool, I didn't belong. So I had to just go ahead and let them be. Yeah. But no, it was good. And then Harry Potter, yeah, love it. Like, I showed you the Harry Potter, and it's real funny growing up.
I forgot to tell you, I actually watched another one. When I was in the hospital, that was all that was on the TV.
Which
He had a lot
one?
of channels. Okay, so it was about
She's just gonna tell me what it was
I'm gonna
about.
just tell you. So
I gotta piece together. It's like a puzzle.
So Voldemort.
Oh, she met him now.
Oh yeah, I met
You
Voldemort.
hadn't met him before.
He took over dude's like body, I guess. And so like Voldemort was on the back and dude was on the front.
Oh, you already seen that one. That was the first one.
Really?
Yeah. The mirror was at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that one. That was the first one.
I just knew I had did
It's been that long.
I guess so because I don't remember when.
Yeah,
okay.
it's been that long. That's the first one.
That was the first one.
It was
he
the first one.
Okay, I watched another one. Hold up. Because it was summertime.
Watch it be the second one.
It was summertime and Harry was like, oh, I haven't seen my friends. It's my birthday. I haven't seen my friends. And then Dudley and Dudley's parents, they came. He was like he had the cake and then the cake fell on the lady's head.
And Dobby was there.
And Dobby came and Dobby was like, your friends don't call you. I don't even know it's Harry's birthday.
I'm not gonna lie, that was not Dobby's accent, but we're gonna roll right past it because
my man came with his driving car, right? His daddy's flying car, and then they took Harry out the house, and then they went back, and then they tried, Miss Weasley cooked them breakfast. They went to Donegan's Alley. They got new stuff. And
Donegan.
What is it?
Keep going. Keep going. I'm loving it.
Diagon, right?
Diagon Alley, yeah.
Okay.
He pronounced it Diagon Alley. And they were like, what did he say?
And then they went to the school, and then the thing, it was just so good. Okay, I'm done.
I was going to wait for you to just recap the whole thing.
I was really about to, but then I realized we're going to be here all
Forget the Cliff Notes. We got the Shaya Notes. Yeah, that was the second one. Just so you know. So, congratulations. You rewatched.
That was Chamber of Secrets, right?
Congratulations. You watched Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for the second time. So, I hope you really know him. You clearly do.
I'm about to say,
you know him now.
I think I got it.
You know him now. That's good.
Girl.
You didn't go out of order. That's good. So, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Harry Potter. Solid franchise.
Got it.
You know, they're doing a remake. They're doing a remake of all the books as a series. So, for Netflix is doing.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
We got ghosts or something. I don't know what. She just got possessed,
bro. On Netflix,
bro.
Oh my goodness! Jesus really loves me for real,
bro.
He said I was his child.
If Harry Potter is what told you that, a lot of evangelicals gonna have a fit. It is amazing.
When is this coming out?
Oh, they don't have a release date. They still casting.
I wonder if I sent them a letter, would they hurry up?
You got to speak a little louder. But yes,
I wonder if I sent them a letter, would they hurry up?
I mean, maybe they would. Maybe.
Wow, that is so exciting. I'm excited. Okay.
I'm glad you're excited.
I'm trying to talk calm now because I realized that I really just terrified like 48 people.
You made
49 including you.
You made all of us feel like
I was so happy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was.
He started this addiction. I mean, he has purchased me so much Harry Potter stuff, and the truth is, he probably would have never had to spend that money had he never showed me the movie. So yeah, you did this to yourself.
That's okay. I just got a jump scare in real life. I just want y'all to know that. Like, as scared as you were through the screen, I thought I was about to be attacked by something. I don't know what it was. Dementors. I don't know what was going on, but I almost died. Just so you know. But yes, Harry Potter, they are making it into a live action series. So each book will be its own season of the show. So instead of just one movie at 2 hours, you'll get 10 hours or however many episodes they decide to make. Yeah. It's a good idea. I think it's a good idea.
Amazing idea.
I'm a little nervous because they just love to switch things up for no reason.
When it comes to shows.
With just stuff and just readaptations. And I mean, so we'll see how good it is and stuff like that. But I am intrigued and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. Netflix doesn't really have a good track record when it comes to live action remakes of things.
Woo, boy.
So we'll see. But
all my excitement has left through my toes.
No, it's okay. Because the thing about it is, you're not going to be one of those people like, well, in the books it was technically this, and then in the you're just going to like it because it is.
Yeah.
As long as they don't butcher it.
I'm about to say, if they take my man out completely, then there's a problem.
They won't.
Okay, good.
You got to have Ron.
You got to.
You got to have Ron.
Yeah.
he's valuable.
Pretty much.
So cool. So the 100, Harry Potter. Those are your two big ones.
That's it.
Okay. We'll go to my two big ones. You already know my two big ones.
That's okay. They don't.
They don't know. Well, y'all know one of them. The Lion King.
If you pay attention.
If you paid attention to last week's episode, now this was a 2-part.
Right.
It's really just a however many parts we make, but we carry on.
Correct.
Number one, and it's not even really number one, because what I say is these spots change. Like what I'm feeling is just if I'm feeling it one day.
Correct.
Okay. There's 3 spots up top. And we're going animated movies because, I mean, all 3 are pretty much animated, but they just also happen to be at the top. But some other stuff might slip in there. Number 1, in no particular order, number 1 is The Lion King, because you already knew that. My boy Mufasa. My boy Simba. Rafiki.
Yeah.
Timon and Pumbaa. I mean, I could go on down the list. I mean, but we not. We'll stop there. We'll stop there. The Lion King. The Incredibles.
Yep.
Ain't no B. Avengers who? Justice League who? I'm sorry, but before we had the MCU, we had the Incredibles.
That's facts.
Anybody wanna? We had the comics.
Yes.
But before we had the MCU, pay your respects. We had the Incredibles.
Because I'm trying to figure out where my super suit.
Before we had, where is my super suit?
I want to know.
Anyway, Incredibles. Number 2. Number 3. I don't even know if you know this one. You know it. You know the movie. I don't know if you know it's this high up on my list. The Prince of Egypt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she knew. She knew. She knew it was up there. That music.
I'm about to say, you said it was because of music.
You can't beat. I mean, we know Moses. We know Moses. Yeah. Moses was a homie.
He got the people free.
He freed him. He let him go.
But that voice he had, though, what you talking about? The way he was singing while he was leading up?
I'm telling you.
Pharaoh.
I don't know what song that is, but
it ain't.
I don't know which song that is, but you know what? Yeah, he probably said that at some point. At some point, somewhere in there. But yes, Prince of Egypt is number 3. So my top 3 movies are definitely Lion King, Incredibles, Prince of Egypt. You just can't beat Prince of Egypt. The cinematography. I recently rewatched The Prince of Egypt, and I'm just like, that movie hits. The music you just can't beat. Also, that movie has a star-studded cast with people that I'm gonna name that you probably wouldn't know. So I'm not really gonna go down the list and name them all. Exactly, I know. That's why I'm not gonna bother. But that movie is star-studded, and I'm like, whoa, it's crazy. But yeah, no, those 3, and then they turned Prince of Egypt into a Broadway show, or West End, which is London's version of Broadway. I really wanted to go see it, and earlier this year I searched it. I was like, oh yeah, they still playing. That musical closed in like 2022, 2021 maybe. I was like, y'all barely made it out of COVID. Come on now. Yeah, it was sad. So I will probably never get to see that musical on stage. And it was cool. But yeah. And then we had The Incredibles 2. It was great. I loved that. They didn't do me wrong with that one.
I liked it.
And then we've already mentioned the travesty that is The Lion King live action, which is really, there's nothing live action about it. So it's not a live action remake. They didn't get real lions to talk. They didn't. They went out there with Mufasa and an IMAX camera just trying to They didn't do that. They would have got 8. The movie would have been real quick. It would have been a documentary. Like, no.
It would have been a memorial.
Yeah. Not a memorial. Yeah, no. No. But that's my top 3. And those all have really actually played a real huge part in like my childhood. Like it's funny because I've actually seen I've seen Lion King 1.5, maybe more times when I was younger. More times than I'd seen the original. I don't even know if you remember Lion King 1.5.
Yeah, I do.
You remember?
Dig a town, oh, dig a town.
Dig a town.
Dig a town, dig a town.
Dig a town.
Dig a town, dig a town.
Quick before the hyenas come.
What was that? Yeah, don't play with it.
Wow. Okay, look at you. Well, yeah, I've definitely seen 1.5 more times or equal to at this point. I've seen the original, but the whole thing, even Lion King 2, I haven't seen it as many times, but I'm not mad at it. I wasn't mad at it. they gave him kids and stuff, and they did a whole Romeo and Juliet thing. I get it. It was all right. But yeah, that original can't be beat. But yeah, I just thought we should go over our favorite movies and some sort of entertainment. My favorite shows, I can't even get down that list. There's a long list. I can't even I can give you a rundown. Doctor Who, love it. I ain't seen the most recent season with Jodie Whittaker. She was great, but you don't know nothing about that, so I can't even go down. Last week we learned that you don't know How I Met Your Mother. I've seen that whole thing. That's great, but you don't know. You didn't know my boy Neil.
Clue How I Met Your Mother. I don't know.
She was at your birth. That's how you met my mother.
Literally, she met you.
Yeah. Okay? She met you. Yeah. I love How I Met Your Mother. The Office is great. I know Sheldon loves The Office. The Office is great. I feel like I'm missing a ton of shows right now that are all blanking at the top of my head, but like I love a lot of shows. But those three have been The Office. I watched The Office a while ago, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's like one of my top three. Friends is good. And I feel like now I'm just naming all white people shows, and I ain't thought of no black people shows. And they gonna come for me. They be like, "You like Friends?" But you couldn't like bring up. Oh, see, what's funny?
What?
I'm gonna get called out right now. What? I'm gonna get called out because I don't even know if I should tell him. Should I tell him?
Oh no, I feel like you should whisper it to me.
Nah, I've already been called out for it, and I honestly I need the internet. I don't need the internet. I don't need y'all to do nothing. But y'all gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna just go ahead and let you know. Y'all gonna call me out for it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not really gonna change much because I still gotta have the time to do it. I've seen every episode of The Office and every episode of Friends. But I've seen like one episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I've never seen it.
They gonna take my black card. I already know because I told somebody in college and they were like, nah.
I've never seen it.
It's good. I know it's good. Will Smith. Enough said. I already know. We ain't gonna talk about the slap. We ain't getting there. That ain't this episode.
Past that.
Well, some people ain't.
We are.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
We don't condone violence.
Well.
Nah, but for real, like, well, you cool.
No, Will's great. Don't even get me started.
Right.
White people can do whatever, but then a black man get on Okay. Now everybody's scared. All right, cool. That ain't nothing new. Being scared of black people ain't nothing new. They ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that. They ain't ready.
They're not ready.
I ain't say I condone.
That's for week 5.
I ain't say I condone violence, but what I did say was, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. That's a whole conversation. But Will, Fresh Prince, that's an episode and a half. But yeah, that's a 2-part.
Right.
But yeah, no, Will, I have not seen. I've barely seen any of Fresh Prince, but I know it's good. And then they got the spinoff Bel-Air.
Yeah,
I know that's good. Somebody else was watching that. You was watching that. Oh, Sakura was watching that. It's good.
You like it?
She like it. We didn't get a thumbs up, but I'm gonna say we got a thumbs up because she gave a little nod, and that means yes, she liked it. But yeah, so we got a nods up. Yeah, but I know it's good. I just haven't watched it, either one of them. But yeah, that'll be something maybe on the list that I throw on. If I did all the white folks favors and watched Friends and The Office, I feel like maybe I should swing back around to my own people. When I got time, I give y'all the time of day when I got time. But yeah, the open mouth. That's what got me. The open mouth. But no. I think we hit the topic pretty hard on favorites. I think at some point we will, swing back around to talking about stuff that we like. But other than that, we did that. All right. So topic number 2 is actually interesting because it talks about us as entrepreneurs as well as just who we are in general and what we feel is going to happen in the narrative of the world. Topic number 2 is, are we going to be replaced? Now, I don't know if you've seen recently, but I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
I'm not.
I'm starting to get a little nervous.
I'm not. I have on the thickest antiperspirant anybody could buy. I am not sweating at all. It's dry.
It's dry.
As the chicken tender I had from Chick-fil-A this morning.
That's some shade at Chick-fil-A.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because how lunch just started and it's dry. It's got to be from yesterday. But moving on.
I think we're missing the point. I'm starting to sweat, and it ain't got nothing to do with no restaurants. I'm starting to sweat because I don't know if you've seen lately, but AI is starting to become a little too smart for me. Have you seen some of the stuff? So about a year ago, everybody was like, "Oh, look, some really cool self-portraits that we can do. We can upload a couple photos of ourselves, and then we can do whatever." Now AI trying to like beat a photographer.
No, it's getting serious.
It's crazy.
AI is crazy. I was on my husband's phone the other day, and he has like this. Snapchat has embedded like an AI.
Oh, it has.
And
you can chat. You can talk.
I was sitting there talking to it.
Yeah.
It was creepy.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, what you doing?" And my husband was like, "Tell him, say I'm about to get some." So I said it. I was like, "About to get some," and the AI responded and was like, "Hope you enjoy." I was like, "What?"
Well, you know what? He trying to.
It was so
I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm nervous. Okay, so I'm nervous and I'm not. Here's why I'm gonna break it down. And I would be very interested because me and you had talked about this a while ago when I saw this little machine that was like doing people's nails and stuff like that. So it's kind of that's not necessarily AI. That's just really technology. But I'm intrigued to kind of hear because for me on my side of it, I'm intrigued as far as the advancements that it can make for making stuff better. But I'm also nervous at people's value that they will now put on the work that other people do.
An actual human is gonna do.
Exactly. Because as far as like I'm concerned, I know all of the ways, not all of the ways, but I know a lot of ways in which AI can help me now. Like we have a podcast. If we didn't have somebody right now running a live switcher, there is now like podcasting tools to where I could take all three angles from all three of these cameras, put them in a thing, and it would make all the cuts based on who was talking. Edit a podcast in 5 minutes.
Wow.
You could. But then you don't necessarily get some of like the human parts of it or whatever. But also, some people are like, yeah, we don't need it. It does it on its own or whatever. If that's not your workflow, you might want to adapt that to be in your workflow. If you want to start a podcast and have 3 cameras and all this stuff, like, cool. Maybe that's what you want to do. So that's a very helpful tool that you can have to do stuff. There's tools now that will like, if you're making videos, it'll put B-roll in places, like it'll find like stock footage and stock stuff. Right now it's not very good, but I mean, we saw how good ChatGPT got within like a year. Now it's having full-fledged conversations with people. See, they're trying to get me. They're trying to take me out.
They hear you spreading that truth.
Right? But not like Google is putting like, they have like a thing called Bard where basically it's an AI thing like attached to Google to where now you can ask it questions and it'll just tell you the stuff and you don't actually have to go to the search results. Bing has the same thing. So now I'm like, okay, interesting. Even the thing I use for like Notion. I use Notion to like kind of manage my whole life. Notion's got a thing where it's like, oh, if I'm writing a to-do list for stuff, I can just say to-do list of... recently I just brought on an editor recently, and so one of the things that I had to do, I already kind of had some of the stuff in my head, but I was like, all right, tasks that an editor for a photographer and videographer would do, and it literally gave me like a whole job description of what that person should do, and I was like, that's crazy. So like there are some helpful ways when it comes to editing, when it comes to other stuff. Photoshop has this thing now where you can have an image. If it's like a couple in the middle of a field, I can circle the background of an area and say castle, and it'll put a castle in the background.
Wow.
Right. So I'm like,
so it can be helpful.
I'm like, oh. And now at this point currently, those tools aren't, they say you can't use them for commercial purposes. Okay. I'm not. I can't speak for everybody else. I done seen a lot of stuff on my feed that looked like a little AI back there, but okay. Yeah. Like I know you don't know.
You putting you out.
You don't know how to Photoshop no swans back there. You don't know how to do it. Like I know some people don't know. Yeah, but either way, it's very interesting to see the different tools that are being available. Versus, okay, if photographers have access to some of the same stuff, what happens when regular everyday people get access to this stuff? And it's like, all right, so what we need you for?
Right. Right.
Like, oh, good question. Like, right. So
I don't know.
So then it becomes a question of like, I heard somebody like talking a couple days ago, and they were talking about like how a lot of the AI and stuff and advancements are stuff are making it easier to become mediocre at stuff. Before, if you wanted to figure out how to do anything, it took a certain amount of talent and like skills in order to get to the point where you're like mediocre. So a lot of this stuff now is just changing the level of where mediocre is. Yeah. Which is scary. But also, it means the more you really want to do something extraordinary, it's actually becoming a little easier. Take smartphones, for example. Before, iPhone and like all of these Android and Samsung and all of that stuff, before that, if you really wanted to shoot something quality with your phone, that was not a thing. Now, anybody can become an amateur photographer, but that didn't make anybody else's job as a photographer any more unnecessary. It just meant if you now are a photographer, you better step it up because everybody's a photographer now. So everybody is on the same level of mediocre as you. And so my thought process is kind of like, it doesn't necessarily mean my job is going to get replaced. It just means my job might not look the same.
Right.
And so, yeah, your job might have been going around and taking pictures of models in different areas around town. They don't need you no more. I mean, they need you now still, but give them 2 years. They won't. Or they might not. Or they won't need you in the same way. If your pictures were terrible, they can just get their friend to do it on their own. And you'll have models shooting each other, and it's just, yeah, cool, whatever. This is my portfolio, and it'll look the same as some of other people's basic stuff now. However, if you actually take advantage of some of the stuff and the tools necessary, you have things like Unreal Engine now, which you don't know what that is, but it's basically like software that is used to like make video games. So you can make these really crazy landscapes and all these different things that sometimes almost look photoreal, and you can create them and then Photoshop a person into those. You can do stuff like that. And then it becomes like, well, you can use that for virtual production. So you put a green screen behind, and now all of a sudden you've got this person walking around in this virtual space. Cool, crazy. True, it takes a lot of setup and a lot of different things like that. But as technology becomes better, that'll become easier. And then pretty soon, we'll have everybody walking around like they an avatar. And if you know how to do that and you keep in touch with the stuff, yeah, true. We might not have you going around filming basic commercials for people because that might be able to be done with people's iPhones or people's other stuff as things get better, or AI might be able to help you create shot lists. That is a thing now. AI will create you a shot list for like, if you want to make a commercial, be like, make a commercial for a can of Sprite. And it will literally give you like a shot list of exactly like, zoom in close on the bottle, and then a person, wide shot of someone taking a sip, and then a shot of this. It'll just tell you what to do for your commercial. Correct. So some jobs, maybe, yeah, but if you know how to adapt and you know how to grow and change up what you're doing, it also just gives you more time to be creative. Because I know I won't be spending the same amount of time doing the pointless stuff that I'm doing if AI want to do it. They want to do it. Hey, I want to edit for me. Hey, I want to chop up some stuff. Go for it. I'm tired anyway.
That part. Let
me get the creative. That's it. So that's kind of what I think. What do you think? Because I know it's a little different in the nail space. Because, I mean, AI ain't out here trying to actually do fingernails.
Yeah. I mean, they have the little machines, that can paint them and put the little designs on them.
Mm-hmm. Are you threatened by the machines?
Absolutely not. It doesn't even put the polish on all the nail. Like, it gets it on the skin. Mm-hmm. You can go to them if you want to.
Mm-hmm. So what happens if next year they announce a new product to where you can purchase it for yourself instead of going to one, where you put your hand in and it does a 3D scan of your hand so it knows exactly where your nails are, and you stick your hand in, or you like your finger in one by one, and it knows your hand, and so it can match it up exactly. Then are you nervous?
Absolutely not. But that's only because now if I was still in the space that I was trying to figure out my services, absolutely.
Right.
But I don't even like to do hands.
Okay, feet.
So, feet?
If they stick it in and they can reconstruct Susie's toenail.
They can't. Because
Not you calling out Susie. Susie, it ain't that broke. She calling you out. I was
I
trying to
didn't
help you,
say
Susie.
nothing. All I did was look.
Nah, that look. Play it back.
Okay.
Play it back.
All I'm saying is AI is great. Technology is awesome, but being personable, a robot can't do that. No robot is going to be able to make Susie feel good about the fact that she has yellow and orange pus coming out the right side of her natural nail plate. I'm sorry.
Me too.
But
I'm sorry, Susie. Susie, I'm sorry.
But I mean, because
Whew. I didn't need that image. I'm so sorry. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Lord.
So it's just
Susie need to touch the hem.
Just the hem of the garment. But the designs and the colors, all of that is great. But I offer something that even a lot of the nail techs, even a lot of humans like you and me don't offer. So that, yes, you know, the designs, sure, but I don't like doing that part anyways. So if I could personally buy that machine that they're going to sell in a few years and put it in my salon, I would do that. I would definitely save up my money, $20 a week, and then finance the rest because I would appreciate that. Like you said, absolutely. I might even open a salon and just buy a bunch of the machines and let people come in there and just run it. You know, I'm going to make it work for me, but I'm still not threatened. It might change when we say, how's the dream going? And I say, you know what? It's going horribly because the machines took my job. I might feel different, but for right now, I'm not sweating it because I know what I bring to the table. I bring new toenails. I bring new feet. I bring new ankles. I bring new body parts. I bring new skeletons. So I'm not worried. Not at
you
this
went
point
from
in time.
nail tech to chiropractor to surgeon
Listen.
to baby deliverer.
Sometimes
Lord.
I gotta be a surgeon. I'd be like, scalpel. Listen, it be real in that salon suite. Don't play with it. But to answer your question,
you ain't gonna ever catch me doing her job. You ain't ever gonna. We can't ever do no episode where we switch jobs for a. Susie ain't gonna like me. I can't work in the name of the Lux Company. When I see that pus, I'm out of there. I'm so sorry. You got something coming out of you. I'm like, Susie, you need a napkin. Susie, you need to.
I'm just kidding. I don't do pus, but I do love watching the videos on Instagram where the pus be leaking out of the big toe. I absolutely love it, but I've never worked on it.
Susie, your toenail fell off. What are we supposed to do about that? Susie, we need.
There be like yellow pus like falling down the side of her big toe. And then I'll like squeeze it, and then like it's very interesting. If you guys want me to DM you a video, I can. They're satisfying.
We need an altar call after that. Here, come on down to the altar. Let me lay my hands. I ain't touching the feet. I'll lay my hands on your forehead. I can't. From head to toe, please. In the name. And
somebody wanted you to pray over their feet.
Oh, I pray over them. Right on over in the name of Jesus. Is he a wizard? I am today. In the name. Touch. Lay my hands all over.
Agree.
Oh, I'm agreeing.
2 or 3 are gathered together.
2, 3, 4, all the toes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, absolutely. Now we hovering. This is the.
He said that's his garment, not mine.
Yeah. No, I ain't touching nothing. Ain't enough hand sanitizer in the world. Okay. Well, I think we about covered topic number 2. AI. We're a little nervous, but we ain't running yet. They ain't taking over.
They ain't, not yet, but they on their way.
But we'll see. I mean, you know, like she said, one day we might be saying the dream is over.
Oh God.
We woke up. We no longer dream. We no longer dreaming.
We're not dreaming. We are awake.
That's so rough. I hope that never happens.
I'm praying.
Whoo!
Listen.
Watch 5 years from now, somebody gonna clip this moment, and then our last episode, and they'll be like, "I'm sorry, the dreams. I don't know what to do. They outside. The robots. They here. Listen. I don't know." Man, see, it's funny until it happened.
Well, we laughing now.
All right. Topic number 3. Topic number 3 is kind of just an idea I had. It's not even really like a full developed topic. So this might take 2 seconds. This might take 5 minutes. This might take whatever. Topic number 3 is about advice. Obviously, we are best friends. We be talking all the time. We give advice when we up. We give advice when we down. We motivate. We do all the things. But sometimes it is impossible to take your own advice.
Completely impossible.
It is impossible. And I just want to talk about why we as humans, why do we feel the need to tell everybody what to do? But then we can't look in the mirror and tell ourselves. Why do we feel like that's so hard?
Because everything that's hard is easier said than done. Because, and it's not even meant to be mad deep for real. Like, it shouldn't. Things go over my head so easy.
Watch last episode.
But that should not go over anybody's head. And if you see it going over your head, you better reach up and grab it and bring it back down. Because truly, like, if it's hard, it's going to be so much easier for you to tell somebody else what they should do about that situation rather than what you should do when you end up in that situation.
Because the reason they asking you is because it is a hard situation.
Hard.
It's hard.
So they coming to you because they don't know what to do. And here you come, oh, well, girl, what you mean? You need to do such and such and such. And next week, when you in that situation, don't you go asking nobody because remember, girl, you remember what you said, right? Oh, okay.
But why ain't you doing it?
Because it's hard.
I mean, that's a fact. That is a fact. Because a lot of times, both of us, we have found ourselves in the same situations, even years apart. Mm-hmm. And it's very funny how we just end up having to turn around and tell each other the same exact thing that we done told each other. And it's like, we already know the answer. I was talking to somebody recently and I didn't fully agree, but I understand kind of where they were coming from. They were talking about most people who go to therapy already know the answer, which is not always all the time true. But it's like this, the topic that we just was talking about. Like sometimes it's easier to give the answer than it is to take the answer. Sometimes you do know, you just need to hear somebody else say it.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what it is. You just need the confirmation, or it's not even confirmation. You just need somebody to tell you to do it.
Yeah.
But also, that's not all therapy is.
I'm about to say therapy.
And that's where I didn't agree with that person, because they tried to make it a blanket statement of like, it just is. Like everybody who needs therapy knows.
A lot of people that are going to therapy aren't going for somebody to tell them what to do, because most times, honestly, in life in general, there's always going to be someone who wants to tell you what to do. Whether it's your spouse, your parents who can't let go of you. Half the time, your kid will tell you what to do. My 7-year-old thinks that he's the boss, and he's not. He's not. I mean, your friends will think they know how to live your life. Your grandparents. I mean, there's always going to be somebody who's going to try and tell you what to do. So technically, if I got 25 different people to choose of what to do, I'm not going to pay to go to therapy. I'm just not. I'm going to just choose what one of these people said. But when it comes to therapy, people will go for dozens of reasons just to talk, because I can't talk to none of y'all. I just want to sit here and I don't want you to say nothing to me. For my whole hour, I just want to run my mouth. Yep. There are a plethora of reasons why people go to therapy. So I agree when you say that was too blanket. Like, exactly, they were trying real hard to make that work.
Yeah, because it's like you're almost like trying to undermine the idea of therapy, and it's like, well, no, because if somebody just has something like past trauma that they need to go and talk about and work through, that has nothing with you telling me what I need to do. It already happened. We're done. Yeah. It is finished. I'm trying to deal with.
I don't need to know what to do in that situation. Now the situation over.
It happened. That was 15 years ago.
Literally.
Yeah. No. So I understand the idea, but that's only one aspect of therapy. And so, it's just very interesting. But I think the good thing is just having people in your life, whether it's a therapist or whether it's not, having people in your life to where you can kind of go to get advice, but also keeping in mind, think realistically about the situation that you're in, and have you already given somebody the advice for the situation that you're in? And then maybe think about it a little bit, and then take your own advice. Sometimes, unless you give terrible advice, then don't take your own advice. Yeah, shut up.
See, I wouldn't say I give terrible advice, but I don't give as good as advice as he does. He gives very wise advice. Like when you talk to him, you think you talk to a 62-year-old. Like his advice is super wise. And so that's the problem that I be having with him. Yeah, I'm putting you out. That's the problem I be having with him, because then when he's already helped me through a situation and he gave me this 62-year-old wisdom, and then he ends up in the situation, I'm like, take your own advice even more. Not just because it's take your own advice, because that's what people say. No, because what you told me is like law for real. Like what you told me needs to be like on Google somewhere. You know what I mean? Like that be my problem with him, because it's like, this is real. Like him telling me to take my own advice, it's like, dude, I hope I don't take my own advice, because I'm gonna just end up worse off. Lord. Like, please don't do that. Shaya said what? Oh God, no. But his advice is like, yeah. You would want to call him on a hotline. You would want him to answer the phone, because for real, he's very, very wise. Like, I know this, we seem comical and like, oh, hee hee ha ha, but no, truly, he's very intelligent, and he's very good with his words, very articulate. So. Yeah. You said call me on a hotline. I'm not Drake. This ain't no hotline bling. Please don't. You gotta pay. I'm letting you know, you gotta pay a lot of money. $1.75 a minute. Oh no, it's much more than that. $3? I get to him about $3 a minute. Ooh, I don't know. It depends on the topic. And the time. How about you got a flat rate and then per minute on top? Yeah. Like to get me on the phone, it's like a good 50. I'll answer the phone for a good 50. And then you're on the phone, $3 on top of that. Okay. So yeah, I need to, and I'm gonna preface the call. So you got to leave a voicemail, and I'm gonna choose to call you back. Okay. And you better answer. And if I got to call twice, it's $75. And that's just for 5 p.m. 6 p.m. and later. Yeah, don't call me no after hours now. This ain't that kind of line. That's 150. Period. And I'm still just giving advice. Right. We ain't doing none of that extra. Listen. That's a different hotline. That's Drake. You can call Drake for that. That's that hotline bling he was talking about. That ain't nothing. Hotline is not bling. Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. He has a girlfriend. Yeah, even if I did, man, I don't want you. Ain't got nothing to do with that. But yes, I'm taking very much so. So ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, But you ain't have to gas me up like that. Don't be calling me for no advice. I'm so serious. Don't be. I got enough people. Yeah, because if I call, I better get an answer. I want to be in line dealing with y'all. Okay? You are calling number 9. Please hold. Right. I'm going to be mad. Be like, I made the hotline. What you talking about? Right. I sent them to you. $50. Yeah. Back like that, girl. $50. Yeah, the price went up. Right. That's funny. But yeah. No, I just thought that was something very interesting, that people oftentimes don't take their own advice, but sometimes look in the mirror, because the advice that you gave might be the advice that you need. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Yeah. All right. So now I got to look up a motivational quote, because I forgot to look one up. Ooh, can I give it? Oh, you got the motivational moment? Ooh, look at her. All right. All righty. So now we are on. Oh, wait. I'll wait till you're ready, and then our intro is back in. Oh, I have it. My sister texted me saying she was okay. Sorry. Oh, so. Good. Okay. Hold up. So now we're going to go into our motivational moment. And last week it came from me. This week it's coming from Shaya. So go ahead and take it away. This motivational quote is from Marshall F. Roseborough. That's my father. Yes. Yeah, the F stands for father. Period. Marshall Father Roseborough. And it says, all money ain't good money. So I decided to do a motivational quote for the entrepreneurs. I love it. And yeah, last week it was kind of for the everybody's. This week is strictly talking about us. And he kept saying this to me, and I didn't catch on to it until last year, but he's always told me this ever since I've been an entrepreneur. All money ain't good money. And I'm like, yes, it is, because all money spend. Okay. Well, as long as it's spend, it's good money. Not that counterfeit. That won't spend. It does not. That's how you spending sometimes. Listen. Behind bars. Under the bar. Locked up, chained up. Okay. But it's a fact. All money is not good money. And I'm going to let him tell you why. Oh, now she kicked it to me like a news anchor. More 10. All right. Well, all money is good money, because all money is not, you pull up your chair like you in class. You just You give good advice. I want to know.
Well, I try. All money ain't good money because every situation is not worth your peace.
Period.
And a lot of times people, even if your price is your price did not count for people acting a fool. Your price did not count for people making you want to lose your mind and rip your hair out. It ain't for the bad clients and the problematic people. She said, I ain't got none. You got some. You got a look.
A little something.
I like what's going on.
Okay,
I got too much. So,
give me some.
this COVID hair. You don't want none of this. But like all money, all situations that you're in, sometimes it's just not worth it. Like I've had situations in the past where initially I go in charging what this thing should be worth. And I leave out going, the work that was on paper cost that much. But the amount of just mess that I dealt with throughout, all money ain't good money, because I would have charged you 3 times the original price. Yeah. And I would have needed a therapist still after. I would have needed to talk to somebody. So it's just not worth it, because the amount of time that you spend trying to cater to problematic people or people that you don't see your worth or your value, you could have spent servicing other people, no matter what your business is. Yeah. You could have spent with people who actually value who you are and uplifted you while still helping out your business. And so it's pretty blanket. So all money ain't good money, and we ain't even talking about the illegal stuff. All money in general just ain't good money. And if it's costing you your peace, if it's costing you your time, and this is something I've told my students, because I do photography mentoring. I don't really do it now. If you want it, remember the top of the episode when I said we're doing a video workshop? That's all I got for you right now. You can't get the one-on-one right now. We kind of closed for that. But I've told my students in the past, and even my current students, I've told you just kind of got to watch what situations you end up in and who your clients are, and just understanding who you're taking on, because you can run a deal, but as soon as you run a deal, you're lowering the bar for yourself. You're not only are you lowering the bar for yourself, but you are lowering what people can expect of your business, because
they're gonna sit there and they're gonna wait for that deal. Exactly.
Well, that too. They're only gonna book you because they're gonna identify you as the business that runs the deals and the specials. Mm-hmm. They're gonna identify you as the person who doesn't value themselves above this amount, and so I don't need to value this person at this amount in my head. I don't need to treat them like a value, like a business of value and stuff like that. And they'll just try to run all over you and stuff like that. And also, it's very popular, especially in the photography world. But I mean, in most cases where it's like a service industry thing and not like a product, if your pricing is less, the clients that book you at a lower rate are the most problematic. They're harder to please. They just really are, because they will try to nitpick you for days. Because they're the same people that'll ask for a deal.
$3,000 off.
Yes, because they're the same people that will try and ask for a deal when your stuff is like super high. And then they'll try to nitpick you on your price and, what can you do for this? Or how about if we do this and whatever. And it's like, sometimes that's okay, because sometimes you don't mind helping people and working with people. But my business isn't for negotiation. My prices aren't for negotiation. The price is the price. That's it. I'm not everybody's photographer. I'm not everybody's videographer. You ain't everybody's nail tech. Yep. It just is what it is. And so all money ain't good money. And if you think it is, your money ain't my money. That's it. And that's okay. I'm okay. Because also, if you negotiate on the price, I think you need that money more than me. Yeah. So it's okay. You can have it. I got you. I have your best interest in heart. You keep it. Honestly, because if you are going to be a nightmare, and I say that with the most love in my heart. Yeah. If you are going to be a nightmare, please go elsewhere. Yeah. Please. And I've been trying to dream. We dreaming. This ain't no night. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. We trying to dream. This ain't no nightmare. Don't be a nightmare. Yeah, please. That's another t-shirt. Don't be a nightmare. See, the first episode we had JoJo. See, if you don't know, we had JoJo. Now we got Don't Be a Nightmare. We trying to dream. Oh.
I got you.
I mean, would you buy it? Would you buy it though?
Listen.
But would you buy it?
All money ain't good money, but your money is my money. So, ooh, you gonna buy it or not?
These t-shirts, though. These hats. You want a hat? You want a pin? You want a...
Listen.
I don't know.
Book bag, socks, something.
Not a book bag. You tell us.
People buy book bags.
They will today.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now we done turned this into a sales pitch. All money ain't good money, but give me your money. That wasn't supposed to be the motivation. That was supposed to be the motivational moment. But anyway, that's kind of where we ended up. And
I hope we just motivated y'all to purchase on our website, because we will have merch by episode 66.
I hope before then. Hopefully, Lord willing. But yeah, I think that was it. We gave a good motivation. That was good.
Thank you.
Ooh, we got to call Marshall Roseborough. We got to call Marshall Roseborough. Tell him he gave us our good motivation.
Yes, we'll let him know.
Motivation to the people. But yes, where you got any last minute thoughts? Where can the people find you? All of that stuff.
Well, you can find me. I saw some of y'all last week at Crab du Jour. Thanks for I saw y'all. Thank you for waving at me. But if you didn't, show up, it's fine. I'm not mad at you. You can still find me on Instagram. If you want to be, personal and all up in my business, you can see me at Shaya Rose Huggins. And if you don't want to be all up in my business, but you need me to handle something that may be oozing off your big toe, then that'll be at the Lux Company CLT.
It ain't all oozing, I promise y'all. Don't go over there in fear. Because she got you over there hesitant typing in the look. I mean, well, I like the vibe, but I don't know if she do regular nails, though. She do a good job. She just have some... We won't call them a nightmare because we've given a bad connotation to the nightmare. Yeah, the toes might be...
No, they're not nightmares.
We got toes that are looking for a healing. They need a blessing. They need a little more love.
And I'm here to give it. I love all my babies, whether it's brown, black.
She love y'all.
Yellow,
I'm talking about y'all feet. That's me. I'm talking. Don't put that on her. She ain't say nothing. She loving y'all. I'm praying for her.
I love y'all hard.
I'm praying.
I wake up in the morning thinking about, man, what color feet am I gonna touch today? See, he the one.
Oh, I'm the one.
He's scared.
I'm not the one. That's who it is. I'm not the one. As for me,
and your house.
At my house, you can find me over at Bobby Kerns Productions for my business. And then my personal, I'm trying to use it a little bit more. So y'all go ahead over there and make me want to use it. It's at Bobby Kerns Jr. I used to do like a lot of music and comedy stuff. This is also, you'll probably see some podcast clips up there. So follow me all over. And then also, if you want to just follow the podcast as a whole, on Instagram, you can follow us at DreamChaser Entertainment. And if you want to find the full episodes, you can find us on our website at www.dreamchaser.tv.
And y'all know the drill. Do not put .com.
Don't put .com.
We're not playing with you.
DreamChaser.tv. Not no .com, .tv. Not no .tv, .com. DreamChaser.tv.
Enter.
Enter.
All right. See y'all next week.
There it is. See you.